The neighbors, you already know what to do. Go ahead and pull your blinds down, pull your curtain to the side, and let's get nosy for a few minutes. This is my teacup for tonight. It says, my sister has the best sister, and that's me because I'm pretty awesome. How could I not be? Actually, the inside of the cup also says awesome too as well. That's so crazy. Anyway, I just realized that when I said that. Weird. Anyway, let me put this disclaimer out there real quick. I do not know any of this stuff to be actual facts, because I wasn't there when these events occurred. I am just reporting in a small snippet what I read, saw, heard, whatever. I'm going to definitely cite my source where I'm getting this information from. That way, if you want to look it up yourself and read for yourself, which you shouldn't just take somebody's word for it. You should definitely read up on things by yourself if you are interested in anything. Anyway, let's jump into Lil Nas X. This is just my opinion on this whole situation, is that I think people being upset is this BS. Lil Nas X is not responsible for raising America's children. Evil was here before Lil Nas X made Montero. Okay, look at Dylan Roof. Who, which actor and which, music artist caused him to be so evil and walk up into a church of God where God-fearing people were and murder those people? Who influenced him? What artist influenced him? Same thing with Mr. Holmes, who went into a theater, a family location that people gathered together as family to watch a movie. He went up in there and killed those people. Evil was already here. So Lil Nas X music video, honey, I don't know why y'all are all riled up, because I know what kind of evil y'all think this man's music video is about to bring about. Today, I tried to do some research to find out, is there any other actor out there or anyone else who has, had the role of Satan or the devil? Interestingly, I couldn't really find a black person who had the role of Satan. And if y'all have a black person that you know, an actor that did have the role of Satan, please let me know. But by him portraying this role, and it's art to me, it is art. I don't think that he's not Christian. I don't think that he's an atheist. I don't think anything negative about him and what he did. It doesn't affect my children in my home because I raise my children, right? The thing is that Al Pacino, I'm sure he had a role as the devil, and I cannot remember in what movie that was in. But were people upset and now saying that, Al Pacino is, Satan and he's an atheist and he's going to ruin America's children? No, right? Majority, like, no, I don't think I heard a big uproar about it. But for some reason, Lil Nas X has all this power, I guess, because he went down to hell and removed the horns from the devil and reigned hell, and now he's reigning on earth. And you guys will think he has like these magical powers to, beam into your homes and brainwash your children to do what? I don't know. I don't know what is, I don't know what the fair is. The only downside to this whole thing, honestly, is that they did not clear with Nike to make this tennis shoe. I think he could have done this tennis shoe without the Nike symbol on it, honestly. He could have just marketed and sold it just like that. Just like how, other, people have their own shoe line and stuff like that. Shout out to a shoe designer that I know, Alexander Benedict. I'm going to drop his info in there. But yeah, I don't know. I just had to plug that in there, what I thought about shoe design. Anyway, listen, they're going to have to pay up. And they're going to have to pay up because they did not have an agreement with Nike to use their symbol. And Nike does not want their pockets affected by this nonsense that they believe is nonsense. And they're going to have to pay up. That's it. I don't know if Lil Nas X is being sued. I don't know who's being sued, but one of them is being sued. Maybe it's the manufacturer. I don't know. But somebody's going to have to pay up. Next subject, real quick. Where is Derek Jackson? I have not heard anything from him nor his spouse, honey. I think he is now crying in his car and not making vlogs in his car. Serves him right. Look, he should have had me as a publicist, honey, because we'd have went about this a whole different way. Any one of y'all out there, whoever may see this video and y'all think y'all need a publicist, please hit me up, because listen, that whole thing is a disaster. I'm watching because, honey, he's going to try to creep up out of his little creepy hole and try to reinvent himself and probably make a book and a game about this whole tragic situation, and people are going to buy it, and I am definitely going to be here for it because he's going to try to redevelop himself or make a new brand for himself or image, whatever. But we will not forget. I will not forget, and I will not let y'all forget either. Moving on. This is from Baller Alert. This next story I'm about to tell you. Absolutely disgusting. I read it in bed last night, and I swear to you, I was about to throw my dang on phone because I could not believe what I was reading. It was just so disgusting. Calm down, Christy. His name is Darius Geis, Guice. I want to say that's how you pronounce it. Apparently, when he was going to college at LSU, he made sexually inappropriate comments to this elderly woman who is now 74. It couldn't have been that long ago. The reason why this story is now relevant is because there is some sort of case or something like that going on that Miss Gloria Scott, who is the victim in this case, she is giving her testimony of her recollection of what transpired between her and Mr. Darius Geis because of how he treated her when he was in college. Now, look, in my show, by the way, people are not for children under 18 years old, okay? Because what I'm about to say right now has some explicit languages in it, okay? Darius said to her, I like to fuck women like you. You older women, because y'all know y'all like us young men to fuck y'all. You know you want this body, while he rubbed his genitals in front of her when he said that. And apparently his teammates and stuff were all laughing and kiki ha-haing about it because apparently it was just so funny at this elderly woman's expense. And she responded, she told him, like, look, I have my grandsons and they don't talk like that. Respect your elders. And do you know what he said? He said, fuck your fuck your grandsons. They don't know nothing. You're not going to the hotel so I can fuck you. That's what this young man told this elderly woman who could have been his grandmother. The woman was crying when she gave this testimony, and I just cannot. Anyway, apparently now, Miss Gloria Scott is testifying in front of Senate, asking for change for universities to look into these investigations of sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexual allegations, because apparently she reported it and all they did was tell her that, they'll make him apologize. And she was like, no, I don't want him to apologize. I want him to be banned from playing football because that's not appropriate. And they did not, of course, he continued to play and he went on to play for Washington in the NFL, which they dismissed him because of domestic violence allegations, was my understanding, last year, August. But the whole point is that he was accused of rape while he was at LSU and nothing came about that as well. So just shame on the university, shame on universities all across America, any school, not even the universities, but that just, just dismiss victims that are stating they were sexually abused without looking into it further, because it's probably something there. Like this young man, I don't know if he did it or not, I don't know, but he just seemed to have a very spotty past, in my opinion. Moving right along, this next one here is from NBC News, and this one is just very sad. Czech Republic gentleman, Peter, Petr, is his, how you spell his first name. He's 56 years old. He runs an investment company that he owns 98.93% of, and he's worth $17 billion. He went to Alaska on vacation in a helicopter, and the helicopter crashed, and he was killed in that helicopter crash. So there was one survivor in that crash, and I don't know the status of that person at this time. I will be following it to, just to see what the outcome was. But it's just so interesting that well, this is the part that I find interesting, not that the helicopter crashed and 5 people died, but he owned 98.993% of his company, and he is the richest man in the Czech Republic per Forbes magazine in 2020. And I just think, like, whoever owns that little measly little percentage of the company, I don't know what benefits they have. I just thought that was just very interesting. And his company it operates in over 25 countries, so a lot of people will be affected by his passing. I'm sure. I'm sure, you know what I mean. A lot of people are going to feel the effects of him passing. Not only his family, but business partners and countries that he does employ a lot of people. So that's just yeah. Well wishes to his family, and definitely they're going to be in my thoughts in that whole, just that healing process. I'm sure is going to be difficult because I have lost loved ones back to back 2 years in a row, and that's devastating. So I can't even imagine, especially when it's unexpected, like his going on vacation and then dying while you're on vacation. So that is just terrible for him and his family and the other victims as well, not to just be dismissive of them because their life is valuable as well in the pilot. So yeah. Anyway, the next topic is about George Floyd. And I really don't want to like spend too much time on it just because it's just started today and I'm just so filled with a lot of emotions about this whole case. I'm not optimistic that they're going to find Derek guilty of second-degree murder with giving him 20 years prison sentence. And the reason I feel that way is because look at history. Look at how other police officers have just gotten off with a slap on the hand. They sue the police department to get their jobs back, they get their benefits back, while the family is still missing their loved one and saddened by their loved one not being there. His daughter is going to have to get married without her dad being able to walk her down the aisle, without him taking her to her first day of school for many years to come. There's a lot of milestones that she's going to have without her father. Um, the I did not watch the clip today with them playing the 9 minutes and 29 seconds of Derek murdering, killing, extinguishing the life out of George Floyd on that dirty pavement street. I don't know. It's just so many emotions about that. It's just I just can't grasp it. And I may be a coward because I can't look at it. It just hurts too much. I was doing some research again today about, police brutality, killings, and things like that. And in 1985, the Supreme Court made a ruling, and that ruling was, and this is 35 years ago, made a ruling, and it was based on the young 15-year-old boy who was murdered by the police officers who were chasing him. And this little 15-year-old little boy probably weighed about 100 pounds. They shot him in the back of the head. And the Supreme Court made it so that law enforcement they cannot use deadly force for anyone that is fleeing away from them unless there is like significant threat to the officer's life or someone else's life. And this young man at 15 years old in 1985 did not present to be a threat to the police officers or anyone else. He was just fleeing, and he was accused of stealing $10. And this young man lost his life for $10. So the Supreme Court made this rule or law that clearly states that officers pursuing a fleeing suspect cannot and may not use deadly force. But we've seen it time and time again, and we're 35 years later, and how many lives have we lost? Imagine how many lives we have lost prior to smartphones and to like technology. And there's plenty of them out there that we will never ever know about because we don't have the evidence, or no one had a recorder at the time recording these events from happening. So yeah, that is how that whole law came about. But apparently it means nothing because these events are still occurring today. I don't know if you guys know who Stokely Carmichael is. And in 1966, he gave a speech, and it was a Black Power speech. That this is what he said, and I thought it was very powerful because it does apply. It still applies in 2021. He said it best: "The first time a Black man jumps, that white man's going to shoot him. Police brutality is going to exist on that level. The only time I hear people talk about nonviolence is when Black people move to defend themselves against white people." Is it true or not? Frederick Douglass, did say that the youth should be fighting to be leaders. And, I wish I would see more of that. I wish I would see more, people of color be in positions to be leaders. And I don't only mean like, African Americans. I don't only mean like Hispanics. I mean Asians. I mean like Polynesians. I mean like every other ethnicity. That I believe every ethnicity should have a representation of themselves in a position of power, in a leadership role. That's just my belief. And same thing for women too. That little girls should be able to look up and see someone that looks like them, not only in skin color, but with gender as well, to know that all things are possible. So that's it for that one there. I will continue to pay attention to the George Floyd murderers trial. I hate to say his name, Derek Chauvin, but it's just, I will try to pay attention to it as much as I can. I won't really have a true emotion, I think, until I know for sure that this monster is going to be found guilty, because he did murder that man. I don't care what anyone says. I know that people are saying, oh, well, he had drug in his system, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not even relevant at this point. If he didn't have a knee to his neck, he would still be alive today. All right. Anyway, this is coming out of thenorthstar.com. And this one here I love. I'm smiling, sorry, but I have to smile. Fox News is being sued by Dominion Voting Services. And that is because I guess Fox made the statement that Dominion Services was involved in some sort of fraudulent voting. So now they're being sued for $1.6 billion. So, Fox, I hope you have all your coins together, honey, because you're going to need it. It's about time somebody sue y'all or sue any news media outlet that gives out wrong information, fraudulent information, defamation of other people's character. I hope they get every bit of their $1.6 billion because they deserve it. This next one is Ice Cream Convos. I love reading their little articles and things like that. The way they wrote this article about Tessica Brown, and some of you might be like, who's Tessica Brown? Because I said it today to someone else. I was like, hey, I'm going to talk about Tessica Brown tonight on my TeaPot show. And they were like, who's that? And I said, the Gorilla Glue girl. So Tessica Brown is a Gorilla Glue girl, and she's pregnant. I don't know how far along she is, but that is exciting news because she has had a very crappy year. And this is not her first child. I want to say this is her sixth child, possibly, baby number 6. And the father of this baby, he has children from another relationship. And before y'all start slandering and all of that, and this man owns his own lawn company. You know, he's a business owner, and he's already proposed to her since last June. They're going to get married. So all good things for Tessica. She deserves it because she's had a rough few months. So I'm very happy, and I can't wait to see what this baby is going to look like. And I don't mean like in the, the royals in England, the queen way, like what the color is going to be. I just mean like features and things like that. Yeah. So anyway, moving right along. This is for me to take out, honey. And let me tell you what, right now, this is a huge disclaimer here. I do not know if this is true or not. This is just what MTO had said. Apparently, Michael B. Jordan was sliding in Danileigh's box, whatever it is. I think this is the baby's ex-girlfriend that had the whole Yellowbone song that put everybody in a tizzy over the lyrics and everything else. Apparently, her friend gave the story to whomever, and MTO is where I saw it. Me to Take is where I saw it, that Michael B. Jordan was in her inbox. Honey, I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is true, Michael B. Jordan, you're about to get dragged. I went to Lori Harvey's page today to see if she has said anything or any kind of like sub messages. You know how to do like little sub things. Honey, her skin is glowing, it's popping, and she was just waiting for summer, enjoying the outdoors. She had nothing to say, and this was like 21 minutes after reading like the article, like she had posted that photo today. So I'm assuming that all is well, or she's just like whatever, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Look, girl, Danileigh, friend, girl, whatever you are so trifling to tell your friend business. What makes you think that that is okay to even, share to the media? Like, that is just so disgusting. Anyway, that is it for my lineup for tonight. I have nothing else to talk about, believe it or not, because y'all probably think like, damn, when is she going to be done? That is it for tonight. Wednesday night, I'm going to have some more tea in the teapot brewing. And as you can see, the tea tonight is just a mixture of everything. I had tea for everybody. So if I missed your tea, honey, please hit me up and let me know what area and what do you want to hear about? What do you want me to talk about? What do you want my opinion on? And, I will talk about it if it fits within my lineup or I have time, but I'll definitely get to it. Thank you guys for your feedback. I don't know what y'all waiting on. Why are y'all not following me on YouTube and subscribing to my YouTube channel, getting the notifications and stuff like that? Don't know. Y'all are missing out on my awesome personality. Like, you might not see it right now, but there is potential to my personality. Until next time, nosy neighbors, thank you as always for watching my videos, especially on Instagram, and I upload on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for your feedback. Until Wednesday, toodles.